ladies and gents, I'm just coming on to do another quick tutorial. Now I did put one up earlier and I've taken it down for now because it looked really blurry. I don't understand why, but I've showed these butterflies that I've made, butterfly embellishments, and they're really pretty, made out of beads, and they've got little antennae, and it was quite a good tutorial, and then the whole thing was really blurry. So I'm gonna try, I might do another one tonight and redo that. Okay. So I'm going to show you this one, which is a bottle cap embellishment. Now I've seen loads and loads of, I think it was Tutu Amy that started off the embellished buttons. So this is a variation on that theme, but instead of a button, I'm using a bottle cap like this. Just a bottle cap. You can put them through your die cut machine to flatten them. And then I have embellished it and added lace to it. You could use it as a flower centre or some kind of embellishment for a bag or a box or a tag. You could use it for whatever you want. Right, so I'm going to quickly show you how I did it. So I've got my bottle cap like that, and then what I do is I layer the inside of the bottle cap with paper, and it's, I believe, a 1 inch. What they're normally 1 inch out there, so I just punch some 1 inch cardstock, whatever, scrap paper, and just line the inside of that, because sometimes there's a little bit of a ridge. So just line it just to make it even. And then what I've used on mine here for the background is I've got a bag full of little sequins and tiny seed beads. If you've got little tiny beads you don't know what to do with, this is a good way of using them up. Or maybe some chunky glitter or whatever for the background. Okay, so this is, I'm going to show you what I've done. So I've lined this with a 1 inch circle punch, and then I just use hot glue. I don't have patience for wet glue, and Glossy Accents is awesome, but you've got to wait overnight for it to dry. I'm just waiting for my glue gun to heat up a bit. Now I am adding these little butterfly here. I'm not pointing to it, I can't even see if I'm in shot, which I've made those myself. It's just 2 small butterfly punches, one layered on top of the other in contrasting papers, and then I've put stickles all over them. Okay, super easy. Make yourself a bunch of them, you can put them on anything. And then I've got a selection of doodads here. Now I've got to try and imitate this, because in our pocket full of embellishment swap you've got to have 3 of the same. But if they're not exactly the same, I guess it doesn't matter. Well, it won't have to matter. So what I do is I just get my bottle cap. I'm using this tray because I'm using fine seed beads and I don't want them to go everywhere. And I'm just going to blather glue all around the centre, but only on half of it because it dries really quick. So I'm going to do half at a time, and then spread your seed beads on and push it down, push it into the glue. Oh, they're going everywhere. It's like flipping. And then just scrape around the edge, because you still want to be able to see the bottle cap. So just knock them off around the edge. Okay. You don't have to be neat or precise, just knock off any loose ones. It's not a problem. Then I'm going to go back in with my hot glue, put some more. Don't matter if it's splodger, don't matter, nothing matters. And then I'm just going to get some more and I'm going to press it into the hot glue. Sprinkle it on like it's glitter, and then press it into the hot glue. Okay. It doesn't need to be flat. Doesn't need to be perfect. We want a bit of dimension. Just push it in nice and firm, knock off the loose ones. Okay, now I'm just going to move those out the way. Then what I did was, what did I do then? Then I just started sticking on my embellishments. So I've got this little butterfly, so I'm just going in with hot glue. And I'm going to decide where I want it. Then I'm just going to stick it on. No messing about, just get it on. Press it. There you go. So that it's like that. And then you just go about getting bits and bobs of embellishments. In fact, it's a good way to use up, you know, sometimes you get tiny little embellishments and you think, oh my God, they're so small, what am I going to do with them? You know, or you've got odd flowers or bits and bobs left. This is an ideal project to get rid of randomness. I've got some bits of bling that have come from jewellery. And then because you've got that centre bit all nice and chunky, these have got like a point to them and you can just slot them in because it's nice and chunky. It'll just slot in at an angle now. Will that? Just hold it till it dries. There you go. So there we go. We've got that so far with the little glittery, little bling bling. And I'm going to put one at the other side. And just butt it up against it at a bit of an angle. And then I've got these. Bit more glue. Put that on. Get rid of these because they're a bit fiddly and a bit small sometimes for projects. If you've got any loose bits, just knock it off. Right, so I've got that so far. So what else do I need to put on? I think that's the same as that one. Then if you've got any spaces in the middle there, just go back in with your hot glue gun, pump a bit of glue in, like you're filling in a, you know, a gap when you're doing your DIY. I'm talking absolute pants here. I know what I'm on about. Just put some more glue. It doesn't matter if they're a bit piled up, and then press them in to your hot glue. It's a really good way of using up seed beads because, I mean, I can't use seed beads personally because I can't see the blooming things. But I don't like to waste anything. So if you've got a pile of seed beads or a pile of sequins that you don't really know what to do with, or some fiddly doodads, this is the project for you. So that's it. Okay, that's your embellished bottle cap. Very similar to when we do the embellished, you know, the big buttons. And then I've got some of this lovely lace here, which is now covered in glue strands. This beautiful lace here. And what I'm going to do is, what I've done on this one is I do back it with a circle of felt, and then the recipient can glue it onto something, you see. Just makes it that little bit more tidy. So I'm just going to get some felt and I'm going to cut myself a little circle. I found a piece of felt that I've already cut into. I don't want to be cutting into a new piece. There we go. So I'm just going to cut a square of felt and then I'm just going to cut it into a circle. Doesn't have to be perfect. Doesn't have to be proper round. If you're really anal and you want it to be proper round, you can always run felt through a die cut machine. The big dies will cut through felt and then you get your perfect circle if you're worried about it. I know some people like things to be absolutely spot on, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with having a good eye for detail. If you want it to be right, then get it on a die cutting machine. And then you'll have your perfect circles. That's just on the back, just to give that a bit of support. And then I'm just going to literally glue the back of this, plenty on, because it's metal and it'll dry quick. And then get it in the position you want it. I want that butterfly just off centre, with the flower off to the other centre, and that's how I want it. Okay, and that's it. Simple as. Quick as making a piece of toast. And those are super pretty, and they will catch the light, they'll glitter. You could put them in the middle of a flower, you could put them on the page of a lace book, you could do all sorts with those. Gorgeous. So I've made two, so I've got to make another one, yeah, for my embellishment swap. And as I say, I've done a tutorial on these, but I'm going to have to redo it because it was way out of focus and it would have made you all sick. So I'm going to go away now and I'm going to do another one of these and put it up. Thanks for watching. Go and have a go. Super easy. Bye for now.